Hi, it's your girl Belinda Digital, aka Best Business Vibes. I'm happy to be here again today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. We should stop the excuses. We should stop making excuses, using our situations to feel like we can get over with things. No. Nowadays, there's a saying that goes, if you want to be, do. If you want your 2025 to look different, you have to start doing something today. If you want to be a business owner, if you want to be a great person tomorrow, start doing something. There is no action, there is nothing that you can achieve without taking action. Some of us, we think maybe you can just lay on your bed and everything will meet you there. You can bear with me, even with our 9 to 5. If you don't go to work, they will not pay you. There is no job that you will be 30 days in a month, you don't make it to work, and then they still pay you. Some, maybe they might pay you a PTO, and that is when maybe you tell them a good reason why you were not showing up to work. So that tells you we have to start from somewhere. And I'm making this because yesterday I posted a video and somebody came there and commented, "Oh, tell your clients the truth." And I'm like, wait a minute. Which truth are you talking about? I wrote like 10 ledger pages on that response. I replied the person like 10 ledger pages. I'm like, no. That is the mentality some of us we keep every day. We'll be like, and that is why we say the rich will always remain the rich and the poor remain the poor. But that is a wrong mentality. Because the rich are doing what it takes for them to keep that level. So for you to be like the rich, as you claim, you already term yourself the poor, and you want to be the rich, you have to start doing something. We had a boot camp recently in our community, in our business community, my dear people. That boot camp was enriched, and do you know the organizers? They were our coaches. It was empowered. Like it comprised of nearly everything that has to do with our business. They put it together. That tells us even the riches or the coaches or whatever level you see, they are doing something for them to be that level, for them to maintain that level. You see even Pastor Jerry, you see how he's praying every day, and every day his wish is that if he wins 5 souls today, he wishes is that maybe he should win maybe 10 souls tomorrow, or even thousands. If he heals 2 people today, he wants to do something. He wants to empower himself more with the Holy Spirit, so tomorrow he can be able to heal 20 people. And that goes the same thing with Kononia, our prophet Selman. That goes the same thing with all those big men of God, or big people that we already term that riches. We can also be like them. But how can we be like them when we are sleeping on our beds every day making excuses? How can we be like them when we are doing nothing to change our today? You cannot change to change our tomorrow. You cannot change tomorrow when you are not doing something today. The only day you cannot change is today. You know why? Because you already made it. You're already in today. Like today already made me. But what I will do today, we can change tomorrow. You understand? So some of us will already keep that mentality. Like that guy was like, "Oh, you were already rich before now, so tell your clients the truth." And I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean? I started the business with 0 experience. I started this business like, I was coming from a background where I don't know whether me putting like kind of frustrated is like, oh, maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, but that is the term I can use to describe my state that time, because I was really tired. I was already worn out. I was already giving up. Me and you know how hard it is for you to live in a country like this, and then you're relying on one paycheck. That was my husband's old paycheck, and he too is a student. He's going to school. He's not doing any extra work. He's just keeping just his 9 to 5 because he has to meet up with school. And then we have to rely. We already exhausted our savings because I've been home 2 years without doing anything. So we already exhausted our savings. And then we still have our family back home to cater for. It was a lot. So I was weak. And then I came across this opportunity. It just came just in time. I started this business. I didn't even have in my head, I didn't even dream of it that I will make how much I'm making today. My main aim while I was starting this business was I wanted to just distract myself out of that frustration. I wanted to distract myself out of all that chaosity, out of that that stress of me looking for a job and I'm not able to get the job that I want to get. That tired and that frustration of me taking certifications upon certification without getting anything, and then I started this business. And today, I started it with no experience. So I just needed that extra $500 for me to be able to buy my makeup as a lady, because I was already tired of bugging my husband. I need this, I need that. So I just needed something that I can do aside while waiting for when I will be able to maybe have a good babysitter, or maybe when my baby will be ripe enough for me to go drop at the daycare for me to start work. That was my main aim. I wasn't starting this business as if the business would be my plan A. It was my plan B that I'm just trying to hang in there while preparing to go start my 9 to 5 again. And today the rest is history. I didn't even know what I'm getting myself into. All I know is that I already got something to distract myself. I already got something to raise even $100 or $200 a week, So when somebody would be like, oh, tell your clients the truth, and I'm like, I asked the guy, I'm like, when you make that statement, it's like there's something we are hiding behind. Whose truth do you want to hear? Like, oh, you were already rich before now. What do you mean by that? I wasn't a business person. I wasn't tech savvy, Even if I didn't know I was on Facebook, I didn't know all the Facebook algorithm. I didn't need from this business, So everything I started from scratch, and all because I took action. But if I sat behind and I keep complaining, oh, I'm not getting a job, oh, how will I do, oh, this, that, just complaining without taking action, how will I have enjoyed what I'm enjoying today? So we should stop giving credit and making the rich people feel bad as if maybe being rich is a mistake. You can be where they are today if only you put in the effort. If they tell you what those coaches, what the rich are doing for them to maintain that standard, you will not even imagine. That is why they used to say, can you do what it takes to become rich? Some of us cannot even do it. Some of us, we prefer to go and work 16 hours of shift under hard level. Instead of you, when they say you sit at the comfort of your home and earn this 6 figures, they said you learn at your own pace. They didn't say you sit at your own pace. You have to do something. Even though it's your own business, but you have to put in that little effort. Why this is good is because whatever you are doing, you are investing in your own self. You are not investing in somebody else again. Like our 9 to 5, we are helping somebody else to build their mansion. With this, you are building your own mansion. You understand? That is the biggest difference between our 9 to 5 with this business. You are building your own mansion, and this your kids can inherit it. But your 9 to 5, they cannot inherit it. This you can create a legacy with this, but your 9 to 5, you cannot do that. They cannot inherit your certificate. They cannot inherit that 9 to 5. You understand? So when we are saying like, oh, you were rich before now, some people that be like, oh, these people, some of these people, they are saying, but they have been in this business for 5 years, for this years. You to start. So by the time you are clocking 1-2 years, you will be like them. If you put in that effort, because not everybody that have been 2 years, there are people that have been 2 years and they are not still earning their 6 figures. I will be honest with you, because some of us we just have that mentality like, being a business owner, maybe you just sleep on your bed and without doing nothing and the money just be flying. No, you have to put in some work. And that work is just 2 hours. It's not the 16 hours again that we used to go put it in our 9 to 5. This is just 2 hours of effort. You have a system there to train you to do everything. They have chewed everything and given to us. It's just for us to swallow, because you have sample videos, you have sample tests, you have coaches, you have mentors, you have a system. These coaches, I told you, like this boot camp that they organized, it was all free of charge. We didn't pay a dime. I remember when I was doing Scrum and project management, every community there is one community I paid 2,500 to belong in that community. I paid 2,500 to have my Scrum certification. I spent over $4,000 for me to have my project management certification, not even a degree. You understand? But with this business, you don't need any certification. You don't need any degree. You don't need any year of experience. You understand? You just have to come with that mindset like, I need a change. I'm done with the cycle of working for other people. I need a change. And it's high time I start building about my own self. It's high time I start planning for my own self. Start planning for my kids. And with that, we are still making excuses. And somebody will come and comment on my picture. Oh, tell your clients the truth. You were really rich before now. Where? Uncle? I was rich before where? Hey, my sister, my brother, we should stop fooling ourselves. Please, do what it takes. If you want to be, do. That is what I'm telling you now. Go with that mentality. Let's keep this as as a team of the year. If you want to be, do. You understand? You don't sit and fold your hand, keep making excuses, keep giving yourself that credit, like, oh, you know, I was not born a business owner, I was not born a computer person. Nobody was born nothing. You understand? Nobody was born with anything. You will bear with me. Even the kids that they meet riches from their parents, they are born with silver spoon. Their parents work for it. If their parents did not work for it, they will not gonna meet that silver spoon. So that is why the saying goes, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness upon them. Those that are born great, somebody worked for them to become that great. And some achieve greatness through your own efforts. Some have greatness upon them. You understand? So your effort all boils down to effort. Something has to change for another thing to change. Somebody has to sacrifice for something to happen. Don't sleep in your bed and keep making excuses. Don't be coming under people's posts and commenting rubbish of which you know you can do the same thing, and then you get maybe more than the result that I'm getting. And then you'll be like, oh, you were rich before now. No, my brother, I wasn't rich before now. I wasn't a business person. I didn't even know that one day I would sit in front of the camera like this and talk the way I'm talking. You can scroll over my page. You will see my first video. I used to talk and as if I want to cry. But now, and I'm still learning. I'm still work in progress. I haven't even arrived there yet. You understand? I'm still learning. That tells you the system works. Because this is not how I started this business. This is not how I was talking. This is not the result I had when I started. This was not the mentality I had when I started. Everything have changed just within how many months of I haven't done this business in a year. That tells you the system works. That tells you the business is real. That tells you the results are real. You know, it's not about who started. It's not about who you were before you started. It's just about what you are doing. Why you taking action. Stop hanging around the fence. Stop hanging around people's pages and making comments thinking, oh, I was not born this person. No, you can be what you were not born. Yeah, do today can empower your tomorrow, can brighten your tomorrow or darken your tomorrow, depending on what you do. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I still love you. Mwah.